My dear child, if you feel like I'm not hearing your prayers, then it clearly shows how much faith you needed in your life. You know how Peter had fallen when he walked on the water, even when he knew towards whom he was walking. The sound of the storm had distracted Peter. In the same way, you will also get distracted because of certain things, even when you know I am with you. It can be a situation where when some things don't happen when you need to, and you will have some distractions in your mind and go behind those distractions, and you will lose your faith. So it can even happen in anything that you are facing. So like those distractions, there are certain things that you must change in your life. So like when I did not give you an answer, immediately you may think I'm not hearing your prayer, or when you are facing certain things for a long time. You may think that I'm not seeing your situation, so let me tell you one thing. I will lead you through certain things for certain reasons in order to mold you, in order to prepare you for the blessings that I have for you. In order to prepare you for the things that you are praying for as per my will, I hear your prayers. I am seeing your situation, but if I lead you through it, or else if I am not answering your prayers immediately, then remember I have a plan for you for everything, and there is a time, so have a faith in me. So, my child, know that letting go can heal the need to be in control, the stress of unfulfilled expectations, the anguish of demanding how things should be, and the tension of wanting others to act in particular way. These things constantly lead to disappointment and unhappiness. So, although there is a time to hold on as if your life depends on it, there is also a moment to just let go. Now is the time to surrender. Remember that you are not yielding to a force outside yourself, you are giving in to your soul. By releasing your hold, you are allowing the creative forces of the universe to spiral through you. So you are permitting the creator to give you this direction and inspiration. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Help is all around you. Open your heart and let it in. So my child, know that. I just want to be your reminder to not give up here. It is not your job to try to make sense of everything going on around you, but to trust in the one who is more than able. Even storm that you go through was never designed to take you out, but to make you stronger in Christ and to bring you that much closer to what God has in store for you. So many people give up and never make it to the promised land. So don't let that be you. Rely on God's strength to see you through. If He brought you this far, you better believe that He will bring you all the way. So, my child, know that when you gather, we of the hidden world see all about you, the connections you are weaving, the community and kindship, the relationships you create are not only woven from hand to hand, from heart to heart. So you do not only stand together in a circle and reflect the shape of Jia, the shape of star, the shape of temples of stone, the nest of birds, the egg and the beginning and the zero. Within the small circles of your life, the smile you offer for no reason and the kindness you lend without expectations of return. The offering to another who was experiencing lack, all create community, all create relationship, and all create understanding. All are scared and all contribute to a planet can be nurtured and fed by your higher self. Reach out this day and take a hand, lend a hand, be in relationship. For then, while it may be unseen, you awaken all the temples and the being of light rejoice. So, my child, know that. Use that energy for something that is worth more of your time and attention than hating on it, and it sucks and it is happening. And you have more than one option to see yourself through it. Hating is one of them, but it is not the only way. It is a brutal way to handle it, a destructive habit that can easily go on for years. You can hate your life today and learn to love it 3 months from right now. You can hate where you are right now and learn to create a life you enjoy starting tomorrow. Easy does not cut it and difficult is part of the journey because your life has meaning, and anything that carries the weight of that requires more effort than what is average. So, my child, know that. You learn about love most through your friendship, through the people who were once strangers but then turn into family. Year passes and every conversation feels like the first one. Every single time you feel at easy sharing your biggest insecurities, pouring your heart and soul out to them without any hesitation, there are moments when they are able to guess things about you. Because that is how well you have gotten to know each other. You know each other in and out, and it is funny to think about how one day two people meet. So they sense a connection, and from there just make an equal effort to be a part of each other's lives. It is like an unsaid contract has taken place. Like from this moment till the very end, you will both experience every milestone, every obstacle in your lives together, that no matter what, you will show up. That is love, that is the kind of love you don't wonder about whether it will last forever, because it just does. So, my child, know that. Boundaries are not to control others, they are to protect your peace and sanity. Picture an invisible force field around you, and it is you and God inside, secure at peace. Whomever and whatever you don't want to get to you is blocked by the force field. Your peace is unaffected. You decide who, what you allow in, physically and emotionally. Sometimes you may need to create distance, other times, a mental force field is enough. Their words and actions bounce right off. You are good. God is good. Take care. Activate the force field. So, my child, know that critical lens in which you are seeing all things from would not inspire greatness, nor will it motivate you or help you to progress. It will exhaust you. And when you are triggered by your imperfections or your mistakes, take that as an indication to step back instead of reacting from that place of pain. Consciously respond with compassion and from a higher perspective. Just because your work is not living up to the idea of perfection that your ego set, that does not mean that it is not good enough or that you are not good enough or that you are not good enough. Rather than pointing out your faults, focus upon your worth, and rather than trying to achieve perfection, aim to do your best. My child, know that. In the first Advent, God repeatedly says, "Fear not." It is a word we need to hear today. As you read the Christmas story, you may relate to some of the fears the Advent characters had. Gicheria and Elizabeth were told that after decades of waiting, they would finally have a child in their old age. But don't fear being disappointed again. Mary was a young unmarried woman who was impregnated with the Messiah, but don't be afraid to wear a scarlet. In your village, Mary's fiance Joseph was a man of high moral and was greatly respected, and now he was caught in conflict with his family and friends. But don't be afraid to take Mary and the baby as your own and to be judged and rejected. The lowly shepherds watching their flocks out in the hills at night had so no respect in the city of Bethlehem. Nobody ever listened to them. Don't be afraid to share with everyone your incredible story of angels and the Messiah baby born to presents in a cave. So, my child, know that you will not find a love that is perfect, but you will find a love that is real. You will not find a love that is perfect, but you will find a love that reminds you that goodness exists. This love, it will inject honey into the soul of you. It will feel like worm has cracked within your bone, and you will see how it learns you and fights for you and stay to weather the storms by your side. You will be reminded that there is a connection in a world that often chooses distance over depth. You will be reminded that there is hope to be found pouring from the fingertips of another human being. Tucked between the layers of the things you have yet to discover about them, No, you will not find a love that is perfect, but you will find a love that is light, that is not heavy to carry. That does not weigh down the core of you. You will finally understand that love was always meant to be soft, that it was always meant to be tender. No, you will not find a love that is perfect, but you will find a love that reminds you just how worthy you always were. This love, it will show you that you were never asking for too much. That the way you sent your heart to war for other human beings was not foolish, that the way you were incapable of loving in half was not wrong. This love, it will show you that it was always okay to be the kind of person who loved in a way that was full and nourished and hopeful all over, that it was always okay to be the kind of person who could never shy away from their heart. This love, it will make up for all the times you were asked to laughter your instincts, for all of the times you tried to break yourself down just to comfort or impress someone who was not meant for you. This love, it will show you that you were always worthy of it, that you always deserve to be seen and understood, that you always deserve to be held and cared for the way you held and care for all that come before it. This love will teach you that you were never too much, you were always enough, and you were always enough. So, my child, know that. And Moses was worth with the officers of the host, with the captains over 1,000 and captains over hundreds, which come from the battle. And Moses said unto them, have saved all the women alive. Behold, this caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor, and there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord. So now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that hath known man by lying with him. But all the women children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. And do abide without the camp 7 days. Whosoever hath killed any person, and whosoever hath touched any slain, purify both yourself and your captives on the 3rd day and on the 7th day. And purify all your raiment, and all is made of skins, and all work of goat's hair, and all things made of wood. And we went before to ship and sail unto Assos, there intending to take in Paul, for so had he appointed, minding himself to go afoot. And when he met with us at Assos, we took him and come to Mytilene, and we sailed thence, and come the next day over against Chios. And the next day we arrived at Samos, and tarried at Trogyllium, and the next day we come to Miletus. So my child, know that. In Western culture, we wish upon a star because the stars represent all that is illuminating and enchanting. They symbolize aspiration, illumination, inspiration, imagination, and wonder. Native people used the stars to find their way in the night. The North Star was often used as a kind of compass to make sure one was going in the right direction. The North Star symbolizes direction and guidance. It is a guiding light for those who can't find their way. It is one of the biggest test stars in its constellation. Just as the North Star is a beacon for travelers in the dark of the night, you are a beacon for others. It is a time to step into the light and take your leadership role. You are a teacher, steward, guardian, and healer. A true leader owns these shifts. Come into the light. Don't hold back. Let the world see your light. The greatest leaders are those who know how to serve and act as stepping stones for others to reach their dreams. And if you have been hiding in the background, it is time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your stars shine brighter. Yes, it is time to break out and become the light for others. Through this, your stars shine brighter. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God. And if you want your all wishes come true, type Amen. And if you like this video, please do subscribe this channel.